of dengue cases in Karnataka is steadily increasing, which is becoming a huge concern for citizens. According to the state's health department, there are over 7,000 cases and 6 deaths have been reported. Now, on the other hand, Karnataka Health and Family Welfare Minister was seen swimming at a pool in Mangaluru. Now, taking objection to this, the Bharatiya Janata Party has hit out at Siddaramaiah government, saying that the issue is not being handled effectively.
On the one hand, Karnataka is suffering from a dengue crisis, from a Zika outbreak. 6,000 plus cases have been reported as far as Karnataka is concerned. 42% rise in dengue cases. 6 people have lost their lives. In Zika outbreak also 1 person has lost his life. But what is the priority of the Health Minister of Karnataka? To show off his swimming skills in a luxury swimming pool. The priority of the government of Karnataka, in fact, is to loot. When the people of Karnataka are suffering, they are interested in looting and luxury lifestyle. This is the true face. Congress is the true epidemic.
All right, so the Bharatiya Janata Party is questioning the Congress party over misplaced priorities, and the minister seen in the video has reacted. So Karnataka Minister Dinesh Gundu Rao has reacted to his swimming video. He's going on to say that the BJP is trying to turn a non-issue into an issue. He also said that swimming is a part of his exercise routine and he had gone to a corporation swimming pool and not a luxury pool as alleged by the BJP. Let's listen in.
We do yoga in the morning, when we go walking in the morning, and swimming is an exercise. If BJP thinks that swimming is something that you have to enjoy, I went to a corporation swimming pool early morning 6:30 and did my exercise and came. And if they think that that is enjoying, then they don't understand the concept of fitness. So I think they just wanted to divert the issue, because I was there for 2 full days in Mangalore. We initiated the the dengue spraying thing in Mangalore. I visited many hospitals, and this is an exercise routine.
More reactions coming in from ministers in Karnataka. This time it's Priyank Kharge, and he too is taking on the Bharatiya Janata Party over their criticism of Dinesh Gundu Rao's swimming video. Priyank Kharge goes on to say that the government has already initiated steps to tackle the dengue cases, and he's also going on to say that BJP raising this issue and questioning and making it about a minister swimming is nothing but an attempt to divert attention from the cases that are haunting their own leaders. They're talking about B.S. Yediyurappa's POCSO case.
If the priorities are misplaced, why did we issue orders much before the outbreak? Yes, the monsoons have been heavy. These things are bound to happen, and as a government we have proactively taken all the necessary steps, unlike what they did during their regime. Whether it is the Urban Development Ministry, the Rural Development Ministry or the Health Ministry, we are working in sync with each other, trying to spread more awareness, trying to spread more know-how of how to tackle this problem right from the rural to the urban areas. So BJP is trying to hide issues of Prajwal Revanna, of Suraj Revanna and Mr. Yediyurappa's POCSO case.
Imran's joining us live. Imran, who's swimming in troubled waters because the Bharatiya Janata Party has picked up this video where Dinesh Gundu Rao was seen swimming. Dinesh Gundu Rao has reacted saying that it is my exercise regime and stop trying to divert from issues plaguing your own party. But take us through the ground reality when it comes to the way the citizens are suffering due to rising dengue cases.
Well, for almost, it's been around 7,000 and odd cases in Karnataka of the dengue, and it's almost become an epidemic now. In fact, even the BBMP commissioner was down with dengue fever. Now there have been 6 deaths reported, including of children in Karnataka because of the dengue cases. And also now another issue of Karnataka at hand is the Zika virus, and already a death has been reported in that case too. Now the government had, after citizens complained that the prices of testing have been raised, fixed the prices at around 350, and then several meetings have been changed by the Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister, including along with health officials over this issue. And in fact, the government asked people not to panic. In several places, they are doing awareness campaign and about how to take precaution over the dengue issue. However, these efforts are not appreciated by the opposition, especially by the BJP, saying that the government is not declared emergency yet, and it should have declared emergency much before, as more than 7,000 cases have been reported right now. And the BJP has said that there is also misplaced priorities of the minister there, who had gone for inspection in Mangalore, and in the early morning when he had gone for swimming, the videos which went viral, and the BJP has attacked the health minister over this, saying that while there are epidemic of dengue cases, the minister is swimming and not giving priority to his job.
All right, so Imran, the water floods has begun. This time it's a swimming video. So the Bharatiya Janata Party is drawing a contrast. At a time when there are citizens who are suffering because of rising cases of dengue, at a time when citizens are suffering because of the Zika virus outbreak, the minister, the health minister who went in fact to Mangaluru to do his inspection, was seen showing off his swimming skills. That's the charge that has been leveled by the BJP. How is the Congress planning to counter this attack by the BJP, because they're raking cases of leaders of the Bharatiya Janata Party itself?
Well, the government has said that the BJP is politicizing the issue instead of helping the government's efforts in combating the disease. The health minister also said that swimming was as part of daily exercise routine as people go for morning walk or yoga, and he had not gone to any luxurious swimming pool. In fact, he had gone to the local corporation swimming pool as part of his daily exercise routine. And I asked the BJP what is wrong with it, and even suggest BJP to take up swimming as an exercise and to keep both body and mental balance together. And he said he attacked the BJP, saying that in order to divert the main important issues like the POXO case of B.S. Yediyurappa, the government is raising up this unnecessary and frivolous issue.
All right, so unnecessary and frivolous, that's what the Congress is saying at this point of time, but the reality remains. What is the mechanism that has been put in place by the state, Imran, when it comes to handling cases of dengue? Because the numbers are only rising. So what are the implementable measures that have been taken place over the last few days?
Because the numbers are also rising, the concern is that the deaths are also rising. In fact, among the dead are 2 children too. So this is a lot of cause of worry because of the fact that, the dengue cases are not just increasing, but they're also taking the deaths of citizens there. Now, the government has set up many
because we're getting more reactions to this controversy that is brewing in the state of Karnataka. National spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Shehzad Poonawalla, joining us this morning. Shehzad, we heard your criticism of that video that has now emerged. The BJP is calling this nothing but a case of misplaced priorities. What's your message to the Congress? Because they say you are only indulging in diversionary politics.
You heard of the tale of Marie Antoinette? When the people of France were dying of hunger, Marie Antoinette said, please have cake because there's no bread. So this is the Marie Antoinette of Karnataka. The health priority should be to ensure that cases of dengue and Zika don't rise. It's a 42% rise. People of Karnataka, particularly Bengaluru, are already suffering because of price rise, electricity, water, diesel, milk. You've seen the kind of vyavastha during before the elections. They had a water shortage. Now they have a dengue crisis. They have a financial crisis. People of Karnataka are asking, what mistake did we make by voting in the Congress? The Congress is the biggest epidemic. And rather than being apologetic and saying, sorry, I should focus on my duties, here is a dynast like Mr. Gundu Rao, who comes out and blazons it out and says, so what if I'm swimming? This is my morning routine. What about the morning routine of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of families which have been spoiled because they are now suffering from dengue? What about the morning routine of the ordinary Kannadigas? And Khadge ji and Mr. Gundu Rao ji are coming and shamelessly defending this because they both are products of dynasty. And both these dynasts don't understand the problem of Karnataka.
But Shehzad, both Mr. Gundu Rao and Priyank Kharge have gone on to say that steps have been taken to tackle with the crisis that's now playing out. And this is nothing but an attempt by the Bharatiya Janata Party to, one, sensationalize, and number two, to divert from cases against your own leaders in your alliance like Prajwal Revanna, like Suraj Revanna, and they've also raked up the POXO case in which Mr. Yediyurappa has been summoned by the court.
How hopeless is that argument? is the worst form of whataboutery. First of all, how has dengue got anything to do with the cases on A or B or C? Those cases are being pursued in courts. Please scream and shout about it and make your police do something about it. But having said that, there's a 42% rise in dengue cases. How are the two connected? So is it the case that the BJP should shut up and not speak about people's worries and woes because there is a case on some leader? Is that their argument, that that's what the leader of opposition should do? By that logic, then Rahul Gandhi is going to Manipur because he has a case of corruption against him.
So Shehzad, they're taking on the Congress in Karnataka. Thank you so much for joining us. But we also have citizens joining us this morning at a time when a political controversy has broken out over the misplaced priorities of our netas. Ramesh is calling in from Bengaluru. Ramesh, what's your message to netas? Because the political squabbling will continue. But what's happening on the ground? What's your message to them?
There are four parties. There are four sections now. The Yadurappa section, it is the Siddaramaiah section. One more section. Four gang is there. They are not functioning at all. The swimmer looks like our health minister. He looks like our health minister. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, please go ahead, Mr. Ramesh.
He looks like our health minister. It is a dirty city. It has become dirty city. There is no BBMP election. There is no corporator. No one is lifting the leave left to us.
Okay.
Everybody is there. Dengue fever is going on, but these people are fighting among themselves in Congress government. Honestly, they are blaming BJP. BJP has nothing to do with them. BJP has nothing to do.
Okay, so Mr. Ramesh, who's calling in from Bengaluru, says that we are suffering, but all that's happening in the Congress in Karnataka is that there's an infighting. People are not the priority, only power and position is the priority at this point of time. Thank you, Ramesh. We hope, those at the helm are listening to your voice because you are the citizen who matters. We also have Balu calling in from Bengaluru. Mr. Balu, what's your message to your politicians?
Very good morning, ma'am. I would like to state that development has taken a backseat in Karnataka. Many of the roads, as you know, dengue is a result of stagnant water. It almost rains every day, and you find that the water is stagnating, mosquitoes crowding on that and creating a lot of problems. There's absolutely nobody who comes and cleans up all this stuff. As far as we are concerned as householders, whenever we find stagnant water, we try to, disperse the water so that it does not breed mosquitoes. And dengue, as you know, could be fatal. And it's high time that the government employs people and then smoke areas so that these dengue mosquitoes are eliminated. Or else it's going to pose a very, very major problem. I think the government, instead of freebies, they should concentrate on how to reach the lakhs and lakhs of people who live in Bangalore, provide them conditions where they can be more happy, more stable, and more safe. This is very important. And unless the stagnant waters are clean,
so you've given a suggestion as someone who's facing the issue in the city of Bengaluru. So you've heard what our caller Balu had to say. He said that we need a cleanliness drive to take place. Water is stagnating, but there is no efforts by officials of the BBMP to come in and to ensure that the stagnation doesn't go on. We also have a caller calling in from Mumbai. This is an issue that affects citizens. Mr. Jairam, what's your message?
Madam, half of my family staying in Bangalore, whereas the city is not elected any public representatives. City is ruled by this government officials. They are taking orders from their higher ups. Local people can't reach to any local representatives. This is the main reason for this one hygienic issue. And Karnataka government is having 90 cabinet posts. Even cabinet minister, even corporation heads are all this one holding a cabinet post. They are spudging the money on their luxury. They are not taking care about common public. It is our DK Shivkumar's brand, Bangalore. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jairam, for calling in. So Jairam, who's calling in from Mumbai, he says his family stays in Bengaluru. And viewers, if you have also tuned in, every voice that comes in from a caller gives you a sense that the voter is extremely aware of issues that matter to him. And this is a message for politicians. So Dr. Sanjeev Bagai is also calling in. Dr. Bagai, thank you for calling in, and you call in every time there is a there's an issue that concerns the public. Dengue cases are on the rise. We're seeing a 42% rise in cases of dengue in Karnataka. So what's your message when it comes to the priorities of the government?
Yeah, hi, good morning. This is a critical public health issue. And I think the politicians are elected to look after these issues. We know that this is an eventuality which is going to happen every year. So to allow waterlogging to happen or stagnation of water to happen in huge parts of the city, be it Karnataka or anywhere else, is unfair and unacceptable. Dengue, in monsoons and immediate post-monsoons, the incubation period is anywhere between 7 to 14 days. And we know that there are now 5 types of dengue. The most severe form is dengue hemorrhagic fever, which can be fatal. And long-term sequelae of dengue, even chikungunya, is huge, especially for the elderly and the children. You can have lingering arthritis and musculoskeletal disorders for years later. So I think we need to get an act together. Public health facilities, civic communities, sanitation, clearing of water, drainages, desilting of the drains. This should be a 12 months a year program. We should not be waking up after the horse is bolted and said, look what happened. This is a failure of prevention and failure of foresight. And I think it's time now all over India. I think politicians have to deliver. People who don't deliver and only talk, in thin air, in Parliament or outside Parliament have no role in our life at all.
And Dr. Bagai, as a medical practitioner, because today you're seeing the political squabbling that's going on. There is one side that's questioning a minister's priorities over a swimming video. But please tell us one thing, Dr. Bagai, things that citizens should keep in mind, just in brief.
Yeah, so as far as the citizen prevention is concerned, we have to make sure that there is no waterlogging inside homes. Especially in flower pots, coolers, immediately outside your boundary walls of your houses, where to cover the exposed parts of the body. Don't self-medicate. Don't take any irrational use of antibiotics. Don't use irrational use of painkillers. If there is any symptoms of fever, headache, body ache, vomiting, abdominal pain, consult your local doctor immediately.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bagai. So that you've heard the citizens, you've also heard doctors and medical practitioners today coming in and weighing in on the crisis that's playing out in Karnataka. We also have a caller calling in from Bengaluru, PRS Sharma. Thank you, Mr. Sharma, for holding on patiently. What's your message?
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
I'm TRN Sharma from Bangalore.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah, this Congress government after coming to power with so many guarantees is misusing the taxpayers' money in distributing taxpayers' money to so many guarantees, which are not yielding any welfare measures to the common people. They have ignored all development works and needs of the people. But Bangalore has stagnated in the development process. There are a lot of potholes in Bangalore, and the lakes have been full of filthy waters, and potholes are also filled with muddy waters, where mosquitoes are being born there. And the concerned ministry is not at all listening to the citizens' voice. And both there are
and we hope, Mr. Sharma, that your concern is given topmost priority. At this point of time, there are citizens calling in from Bengaluru who are talking to us about the civic issues that they have to face every day. The dengue crisis is a reality on the ground, and at a time when the politics is playing out, it's the citizen who's suffering. Thank you, callers, for calling.